Hello there, this is Anthony Johnson, and I'm back to you with another Python video. We will be using Pandas to filter our records and or a data set. It can be lists, sets, dictionaries, it doesn't matter, arrays. This is typically how we filter for data using Pandas within Python. So as you can see here, we have our file path. I'll just drop that down a couple notches. Let's go to the top. We're going to import Pandas as PD. That's our alias. I'm going to create a variable and we're going to actually open up our CSV file and read it because as you can see, this is a CSV. So pd.read underscore CSV. And I don't know if you guys seen it, but it is a myriad of options in regards to opening and reading files. So we're going to actually cut this and paste it here. To avoid Unicode escape errors, we are going to use the raw string option, which is just simply placing an R in front of our double quotes and our file path. So now let's print and or open our CSV file to see what's inside. To do that, we can print df, or you can do print df dot to underscore string, which is a function in the pandas library. So we're going to save this. df also stands for data frame. If you hover over it, you will see that. That is how you actually display the data. So let's actually run this, Control Alt N, and let's see what we get back here. Alrighty, as you can see, we have some data back. We have 7 records. Now let's say we wanted to only return the records that were over 45,000. How will we do that? First, let's clear and kill this terminal. We're actually going to collapse these lines down a little bit. We're going to comment that out, and we're going to say over. Did I say 45? I believe so. We're just going to we'll run with 45. Over 45 equals df, which is data frame dot loc, which is a method it is label-based indexing. So now what are we doing within here? We have to come within our square brackets and do another df square brackets. The secondary df square brackets is going to be for our actual column name. So revenue is our column name, and we want it to be greater than 45,000. And that's pretty much it there. So print over 45. Control S to save it, and then Control Alt N to actually execute our application. Now, as you can see, we only get 3 records back, which is fine because that's what we expected. All 3 records are over 45,000. Okay. So what if we wanted to add an additional filter? Actually, okay, it is supplier name. Let me actually just run that code again so I can have a visual of the actual column names and the values within it. So we just run this again. Okie dokie. So as you can see here, we have our names. Let's choose Atlantic Ocean Farms. So let's add a filter on here that would just bring back 1 record or 1 row based off our condition. So in order to do that, we will have to come within our lock method or function, place parentheses around there, ampersand, and then we will repeat this method right here. Also, that needs to be wrapped in parentheses as well. So df square brackets, our column name, which is supplier name, and that needs to be wrapped in single quotes. My apologies. And this needs to be within the parentheses, equals single quotes because we're using text and or a string. We wanted Atlantic Ocean Farms. Okie dokie. So clear here, kill the terminal, Control S. Alrighty. So we should only get one record back. Let's just go over the script again. Okay. These are treated logically in their own respective parentheses. We're saying and, so we're essentially saying if it's over 40, if the revenue is over 45,000 and the supplier name is Atlantic Ocean Farms, return that to us. So let's run the code. And as you can see, we get one record back, which is expected. So now let's take a look at ILOC, which stands for integer-based indexing. All right, so we're going to actually comment this out. And we're going to also comment this out as well. I'm going to clear this. I'm going to kill a terminal. So what we're going to do here is we have our records. So we have our file path. We're going to just print df.iloc, and then we list our position. So we had a total of 7 records. So let's add 0 here. This will return the very first record. So Control S to save it. And let's go over here and execute. And this is based off of the integer, the positioning of the data set. So we can actually play around with this a little bit. We can slice this. We can do all sorts of things with this. Let's choose 6 because that is our last record in our table or our data set. So Control S to save it, and let's execute. Let's see what we get back here. Now we have text free range chickens, which is exactly the last record based off of when we ran our application earlier. So this is how you use Pandas. Well, within the Pandas library, you utilize the lock, which is label-based indexing, or you can use the iLock, which is the integer-based indexing. And if you want to add and, well, multiple conditions, I would say, you have to wrap your column names and your condition in a parentheses separated by ampersand, and set your second condition, set it up inside of parentheses as well. If we want to use or, we'll just use a tab here, and I may do that on a later video, but I just wanted to bring this to you guys' attention. If you're new to Python or anything like that, I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and bye-bye.